National Electrical Code Section 110.26c restricts using a switched plug as the sole illumination source for working spaces around service equipment. Given the limitations in your specific scenario, where ceiling and wall space are restricted, several alternative solutions exist to provide adequate lighting near the electrical panel. Firstly, consider installing a small emergency light fixture directly at or very near the panel. This fixture could be designed to remain constantly illuminated, providing continuous light for anyone working in the vicinity of the service equipment. Ensure the emergency light fixture is sufficiently bright to meet the minimum illumination requirements specified in the NEC for working spaces. Secondly, another option involves installing an emergency light fixture that activates automatically upon power failure. This type of fixture provides backup illumination in the event of a power outage, ensuring that personnel can safely access and operate the service equipment even during emergencies. This automatic activation is crucial for maintaining safety and accessibility during critical situations. Thirdly, a practical approach involves installing a pull-chain switch receptacle alongside a non-switched plug at the panel's location. This configuration allows for a standard lamp to be plugged into the non-switched receptacle, providing a dedicated lighting source. The pull-chain switch receptacle offers a manual on-off control option, allowing users to easily adjust the illumination as needed. This option combines convenience and compliance with code requirements. In considering these options, it is important to adhere to the National Electrical Code requirements. Ensure all wiring and installations are performed by qualified electricians and comply with all applicable safety standards and local regulations. Consider the positioning and mounting of the lighting fixtures to ensure they provide adequate illumination without creating hazards or obstructions. Properly installed lighting improves safety and accessibility around service equipment, making it easier to perform maintenance, repairs, and inspections. It is always beneficial to consult with a qualified electrical inspector or engineer to verify compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. They can provide valuable insights and guidance specific to the installation environment and the requirements of the authority having jurisdiction. Remember that the primary goal is to provide sufficient and safe illumination for personnel working around electrical service equipment, ensuring their safety and facilitating efficient operations. Selecting the right lighting solution requires careful consideration of the available space, the electrical code requirements, and the specific needs of the work environment. Adequate lighting enhances safety, reduces the risk of accidents, and improves overall productivity. Understanding the National Electrical Code requirements is paramount for ensuring electrical safety and compliance. Section 110.26 focuses on workspace requirements around electrical equipment, emphasizing the importance of providing sufficient space and illumination for safe operation and maintenance. The specific provision in 110.26c addresses the need for adequate lighting, prohibiting the use of switched receptacles as the sole source of illumination in these work areas. This restriction is designed to prevent situations where the light source might be unintentionally switched off, creating a potentially hazardous environment for personnel working on or near energized equipment. The NEC aims to ensure that the workspace is always adequately illuminated to facilitate safe and efficient work practices. The options we discussed earlier offer viable alternatives that comply with the code requirements and address the challenges posed by limited space and other environmental constraints. By implementing these solutions, you can create a safe and well-lit work environment around the electrical service equipment. Remember, electrical safety should always be a top priority. When working with electricity, it's crucial to follow all safety guidelines and regulations to prevent accidents and injuries. Adequate lighting is an essential component of a safe work environment, and it plays a critical role in reducing the risk of electrical hazards. Properly installed and maintained lighting systems can significantly improve visibility, making it easier to identify potential hazards and perform tasks safely. In addition to complying with code requirements, consider the specific needs of the personnel who will be working in the area. Provide lighting that is bright enough to illuminate the work area effectively, without causing glare or shadows that could obstruct vision. Use appropriate lighting fixtures and lamps that are designed for the intended application and that meet all safety standards. Regular maintenance of the lighting system is also essential to ensure its continued reliability and effectiveness. Replace burnt-out bulbs promptly and check the wiring and connections periodically to identify and correct any potential problems. A well-maintained lighting system not only enhances safety but also improves the overall efficiency of work operations. In summary, providing adequate illumination around electrical service equipment is not only a code requirement but also a critical safety measure. By implementing the appropriate lighting solutions and adhering to all applicable safety guidelines, you can create a safe and efficient work environment for personnel who work in these areas. Always prioritize electrical safety and consult with qualified professionals to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Furthermore, let's delve into some additional considerations for selecting and implementing the most suitable lighting solution for your specific situation. Firstly, evaluate the existing electrical infrastructure to determine the available capacity and wiring configuration. Ensure that the chosen lighting solution is compatible with the existing electrical system and that it does not overload the circuits. If necessary, consult with an electrician to upgrade the electrical system to accommodate the new lighting fixtures. Secondly, consider the ambient lighting conditions in the work area. If the area receives natural light during the day, you may be able to supplement it with artificial lighting to achieve the desired level of illumination. However, if the area is poorly lit or has limited access to natural light, you will need to rely more heavily on artificial lighting. Thirdly, think about the type of tasks that will be performed in the work area. Different tasks may require different levels of illumination. For example, detailed work that involves small parts or intricate wiring may require brighter lighting than general tasks such as walking through the area or performing routine inspections. Fourthly, consider the energy efficiency of the lighting solution. Choose energy-efficient lighting fixtures and lamps that will minimize energy consumption and reduce operating costs. LED lighting is an excellent option, as it is highly energy efficient and has a long lifespan. Fifthly, evaluate the durability and reliability of the lighting fixtures. Choose fixtures that are designed to withstand the environmental conditions in the work area such as temperature extremes, humidity, and dust. Sixthly, consider the aesthetic appeal of the lighting fixtures. While functionality is the primary concern, you may also want to choose fixtures that are visually appealing and that complement the overall design of the work area. Seventhly, obtain all necessary permits and approvals before installing the lighting fixtures. Check with the local building department to determine if any permits are required for the electrical work. Eighthly, hire a qualified electrician to install the lighting fixtures. Electrical work can be dangerous, so it is best to leave it to the professionals. Ninthly, test the lighting system after it has been installed to ensure that it is working properly. Verify that the lighting fixtures provide adequate illumination and that all controls are functioning correctly. Tenthly, develop a maintenance plan for the lighting system. Regularly inspect the fixtures and lamps to identify and correct any potential problems. Replace burned-out bulbs promptly and clean the fixtures to remove any dirt or dust that may be blocking the light. Finally, document the lighting system for future reference. Keep records of the lighting fixtures, lamps, and controls, as well as any maintenance or repairs that have been performed. This documentation will be helpful for troubleshooting problems and for planning future upgrades. Let's further explore the types of emergency lighting fixtures suitable for installation near electrical panels. One option is the self-contained emergency lighting unit, which includes a battery backup system and a light source in a single housing. These units are designed to automatically activate upon power failure, providing instant illumination for a specified duration, typically 90 minutes or more. Self-contained units are easy to install and require minimal wiring, making them a convenient choice for many applications. Another option is a centralized emergency lighting system, which consists of a central battery bank and multiple remote lighting fixtures. In this type of system, the battery bank provides power to all the remote fixtures in the event of a power outage. Centralized systems offer greater flexibility and control over the lighting coverage, as the remote fixtures can be strategically placed throughout the work area. However, centralized systems require more extensive wiring and installation than self-contained units. When selecting an emergency lighting fixture, consider the following factors. Firstly, the required illumination level. Secondly, the duration of backup power. Thirdly, the ease of installation. Fourthly, the maintenance requirements. And fifthly, the cost. It is important to choose a fixture that meets the specific needs of the work area and that complies with all applicable safety standards and regulations. In addition to emergency lighting, consider installing supplemental lighting to enhance the overall illumination in the work area. Supplemental lighting can be provided by task lighting, which is designed to provide focused illumination for specific tasks, or by ambient lighting, which is designed to provide general illumination for the entire area. Task lighting can be particularly useful for areas where detailed work is performed, as it can help to reduce eye strain and improve visibility. Ambient lighting can help to create a more comfortable and inviting work environment. When selecting supplemental lighting, consider the following factors. Firstly, the color temperature of the light. Secondly, the brightness of the light. Thirdly, the directionality of the light. Fourthly, the energy efficiency of the light. And fifthly, the aesthetic appeal of the light. It is important to choose lighting that provides adequate illumination without creating glare or shadows. The color temperature of the light can also affect the mood and atmosphere of the work area. Warmer color temperatures tend to create a more relaxed and inviting atmosphere, while cooler color temperatures tend to create a more stimulating and productive atmosphere. Another important consideration is the placement of the lighting fixtures. Lighting fixtures should be placed in a way that maximizes illumination and minimizes glare and shadows. They should also be positioned so that they do not obstruct access to the electrical panel or create any other safety hazards. In addition to the technical aspects of lighting, it is also important to consider the human factors. The goal is to create a lighting environment that is comfortable, safe, and productive for the people who work in the area. This can be achieved by using a combination of different lighting techniques and by carefully considering the placement and selection of lighting fixtures. By following these guidelines, you can create a well-lit and safe work environment around your electrical panel. This will help to ensure the safety of personnel and facilitate efficient operations. Always consult with a qualified electrician or lighting designer to ensure that your lighting system meets all applicable codes and regulations. Moreover, let's discuss the importance of regular inspections and maintenance of the electrical system, including the lighting. Regular inspections can help to identify potential problems before they become serious hazards. Inspections should be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the National Electrical Code and other applicable standards. During an inspection, the electrician will check for loose wiring, damaged insulation, corroded connections, and other potential problems. They will also test the operation of the lighting system and other electrical equipment to ensure that they are functioning properly. Maintenance of the electrical system should include tasks such as replacing burned-out bulbs, cleaning lighting fixtures, tightening loose connections, and repairing damaged wiring. These tasks should be performed on a regular basis to ensure that the electrical system remains in good working order. In addition to regular inspections and maintenance, it is important to follow all safety guidelines when working with electricity. Always disconnect power before working on any electrical equipment, and never work on electrical equipment when you are wet or standing in water. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses, when working with electricity. By following these safety guidelines, you can reduce the risk of electrical accidents and injuries. It is also important to be aware of the potential hazards associated with electricity. Electricity can be deadly, so it is important to take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others. Never touch exposed wires or electrical components, and never overload electrical circuits. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. By being aware of the potential hazards and following safety guidelines, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and injuries. In summary, providing adequate and safe illumination around electrical service equipment is a critical component of electrical safety. By implementing the appropriate lighting solutions, conducting regular inspections and maintenance, and following all safety guidelines, you can create a safe and efficient work environment for personnel who work in these areas. Always prioritize electrical safety and consult with qualified professionals to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations.